Greetings, as always. Welcome back. Welcome to and/or welcome. I'm Fire Lotus the Witch, and this is another medium video. And no, this is not white sage. This is literally culinary sage. I dry it out and randomly burn it, not to cleanse, but I love the smell of it. Anyways, let's get into this. So if you haven't already, click 1 and 2 that's on this playlist, and you'll get caught up. As you can tell, I'm not doing this like a normal YouTuber would. I'm doing information that has helped me, okay? Also, sorry if you hear any background noise. That's either the cats or my partner playing his game. So, let's get into it. So, you have come to the realization that you are, in fact, a medium and or a psychic, and this is the path that you would like to follow. You're doing the exercises. You're slowly advancing. What next? Continue. So, and of course, I'm going to use examples of this, of my life in these videos, because that's how I learn. So I went out and got the audio version of The Psychic Witch. I'm not going to lie, it's not a bad book. It's a good book if you've never researched psychic abilities. I've been practicing witchcraft and into the macabre since I was 13, or fully open at the age of 13, and I'm 31 now, so no, that's not a flex. I learn shit every day. Do not let anybody use, oh, well, I've been doing this for 15 years. That ain't shit, alright? 20 years ain't shit. 30 years. It's impressive. 40, 50, 60? Okay, but that doesn't mean you're an expert, okay? And that's something you'll figure that out along the way. Alright, so here are some more negative sides to being open to the spiritual realm. For one, you will feel like you're going crazy. So, once I fully stepped up and publicly was like, yo, I am a medium and I'm going to start, awakening this. What I did not know was the entire time that I've been reading oracle cards, I was giving medium readings. I just didn't know it. I thought that was just how I read cards. It was not. So if you've ever gotten a card reading from me, 9 times out of 10, that was a medium read. Yeah. But you're going to wind up picking up on things and knowing things that you didn't want to know. So we've all seen like skits of it where somebody has the ability to read minds and then they hear a hell of a lot of things you don't want to hear. Yeah. Now imagine, say for an example, because this has happened to me in my past. Imagine you're in a relationship, right? Everything is just going great. And then you keep getting these subtle little nudges, like something's not wrong, or he's lying, or she's lying, but you don't have credible evidence, right? And then normally what winds up happening into this, and before I say this, please do not automatically think that you're psychic, or your psychic abilities are picking up and your partner's cheating on you. If you have a very, very fucked up history of relationships like I do, our past will try its best to interfere with our present, okay? So don't just automatically go shooting off shit, alright? So, my example, there were a few times with one of my exes where I was like, that's a little, no. It wasn't until he gifted me a emerald necklace. It was raw cut, not like polished or shit. And he himself, when he had it, he created it to be a lie detector. That was a fuck up on his part. So I go to sleep with it one day on, and I'm sleeping right next to him because I was taking a nap because I got home from work. And I had a dream that he basically broke up with me because there was somebody else. And I would say dumb, pathetic ass, I wasn't. I was young as fuck. I went chasing after him, right? So I wake up gasping, like basically hyperventilating. And I freak the fuck out and completely break down. And I'm like, oh my god. He's like, no. It was just a dream, sweetie. It was just... No, the fuck, it was not a dream. Because we literally split about fucking 2 weeks from that. That was when I was informed by all of our friends, his friends that I met through him, that, yeah, that's the type of person he was. When something better comes along, or if he just gets bored, he just goes tasting all the cakes. Anyways. So yeah, literally, you are going to know things, you have no proof for them, and you're going to feel fucking crazy, okay? Also, your loved ones would be annoyed of you, because you're going to be the person who's like, I told you so, and they're going to get tired of it, because you kept telling them so, and they did not listen. hold that thought. Sorry about that. I noticed my screen got a little dim, and I was like, what the fuck? Anyways, when you start to unravel the onion that is our psychic abilities, until you get to a point where you can put a filter on it, you're going to know a hell of a lot of shit that you don't want to know. And now it's about to get dark. Apologize. And if you follow me on TikTok, you already know the story. But I'm going to make this one shorter. So I was reading for a friend. Me and this friend have a very, very complex 10-year history. And I was reading for them, and I lied. I lied to them, and I've done this multiple times before, because you're going to get situations to where you have a message to relay, but you don't know how to relay it, because you don't know how to put it into words, because you don't know where the boundaries are at. That's another thing that you kind of figure out along the way of your boundaries, your own boundaries of what you're comfortable with. Sometimes you will be put into a very uncomfortable situation to relay a message. I'm telling y'all. Anyways, so yeah, you're gonna know things and be put into situations that's gonna make you very uncomfortable. With that being said, I've never been put into a situation where like my life was in danger or anything like that. What I mean by the uncomfortable part is, you know, that anxiety, that small wall of anxiety that pops up. If you would be able to leap over it for a slight inch, you'd be able to push through. That's what I mean. So here in the past, I want to say 6 months, my abilities when I read people have gotten to the point where every single time I do a read, I feel like I'm losing my mind, because as I'm reading this person and recording it, I'm saying in my head, none of this makes sense, and it's all, it's bullshit. Every single time I have a reading like that, that person in some way, shape, or form, thanks to Spirit, will come through and they're completely mind blown. I have people that regularly come to me, and this is not me bragging at all, because if you can see, if you've watched any of my content, you know that I've busted my ass to get here, and that's what I'm hoping to inspire by these videos. As in, I want you and I need you to know that this did not just happen overnight. This did not happen in a 2-week course, a 3-week course, a 6-month course, which I'm about to go into a rant. No, I'm not. We're coming back. Okay. So, yeah. But, there have been multiple points where I was gifted information where I thought I was fucking crazy, and then they message back, and they're like, oh, no. How the fuck did you know that? Yeah. Okay. So, here, most recently, I had a reading, and Spirit was relaying information to me, and I'm like, no, I'm not relaying that. That's controversial. I'm not getting canceled. It was spot on. I talked about subjects that I do not normally talk about. It was correct, 100% correct. Now, are you going to have these experiences? I don't know. I don't know how your abilities will manifest, but we all have them. We all have them. You just have, the more you use them, the more they come through. And 9 times out of 10, you're already using them. You just don't see it as your intuition, because it's not all woo-woo and witchy and shit. There are some really dark sides. Anyways, back to the story. Long relationship, long history between me and this person. And I lied to him, and I was like, no, nothing's coming through. That was a lie. The lie was, as soon as I started to shuffle and lay down the cards, I started seeing an image. That image, trigger warning, basically the person picked up a poo-poo, and then there was a flash, there was a bang, there was a scream, boom, done. I lied to him, and I was like, nope, nothing's really coming through clear. A year later, on July 4th, I found out that he unalived accidentally. He's no longer here with a pew-pew. So you will learn information that you're not going to want to know, and you don't know if you should tell the person. And unfortunately, I cannot give you that information because I don't know either. There are multiple readings. Well, not really, because my readings, I do mine different, and the reason I keep bringing that up is because, again, this is how I've advanced my mediumship. With that being said, I'm not saying you have to be able to read cards to be able to be a medium or psychic. That's just what works for me. I fucking hate ADHD. Anyways, but yeah, that's how I read. And when people come to me, I offer them a sugar-coated or a blunt and raw, which means if you get that blunt and raw, I will be, in fact, blunt and raw. You are going to know information that you don't really want to know because you're not going to know what to do with it. 9 times out of 10, though, the person already knows. Why? Because of your intuition, which is your what? Psychic ability. Yes. Your intuition, your gut feeling, mother's intuition. Yeah, that's your psychic ability. Yeah, we all have them. Well, Lotus, I've heard that it skips a generation. It does, but not in the way that sounds. So the way that people make that sound is like, it's like, nope, this generation not going to do it for me. No. Normally what winds up happening is because you can be born naturally open. We all are, but what more specifically what I mean by that, because that doesn't make anything better, we all are naturally born psychic, but some of us and those abilities are naturally honed in. It's just like an artist, or it's just like that person who picks up a flute and fucking becomes a musician. It's the same as a person picking up a pencil or a paintbrush and becoming fucking Picasso, even though they've never researched or shown any interest in it. We can be born with natural gifts, but those natural gifts and that ability to be natural doesn't mean that you don't have to do the work. You have to hone it in. So, with that being said, and I hate because this is how social media and the internet is this day and age. So if you've been looking for a divine sign that you are a medium, sick, blah, 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 congratulations, here's your sign. And I'm sorry, that was some shade. I hate those fucking videos. I hate so much those fucking videos that are like, oh my god, if you have any of these, you're a witch, or you're a medium, or you're a psychic. It is the most basic shit known to man. Basic. My cat could be a medium and psychic regarding those baselines. No, not it. Not having it. Stop. You don't need a fucking divine sign. If you sit around waiting your entire life to do something until you get that divine sign, congratulations, sweetie. You just wasted so much time because you're not going to get it. Why? Because you don't need a divine sign to do something. And, I mean, you will get those divine signs, but what I mean in general is why wait and just do? What are witches? Also, I have to clarify that. Just because I keep saying a witch and psychic and mediums, it's just because I am a witch. And it's just solely who I am, but that doesn't mean that, like, you have to get into witchcraft to be a medium or psychic. That's not a thing at all. Well, Lotus, what about the protection symbols? Normally they're like pentacles or pentagrams or triquetragrams. No, you can use a cross. You can use Michael, Archangel. You could use a stick, a nail, a pumpkin. It doesn't matter. Belief is key. Okay? Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and go because for some reason this is glitchy and I don't know why. So I got to go check that. Oh, yep. I think I do know why. Anyways, bye.